Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Erica, also known as Spiritual Stylist on YouTube. I'm going to be giving you my eyebrow tutorial today, so let's go ahead and jump right into this video. I have already started off with the prep of my eyebrows. I did go ahead and make a video for that as well. It'll be linked above. And this is primarily how I love to start my eyebrows. I like them to be clean, no hairs, because you can definitely conceal the hairs, but when you get close, baby, you can see them hairs when they not shaved off. So I always try to start with a clean brow, and then I'm gonna go into this is my Anastashia Beverly Hills wax or gel wax. This has taken my brows to the next level. My brow hair tends to grow in different directions, especially on my right brow, so that one's always the hardest to do. So having this pomade to brush those hairs into the direction that I need them to go really helps your girl out. Okay, so I'm just taking that brush and brushing those hair up. And again, I don't have as much hair as I usually would, especially with the length of the hair on my brows, because I did go ahead and cut a lot of that off. And as I apply this gel, I am noticing like a few stray hairs sticking up, and we don't want that. We want it to be as sleek as possible. So I just went ahead and some scissors and cut any hairs that are sticking up that are not supposed to be there, because go away. And I'm just doing the same thing for the other brow. When I say I am obsessed with this new brow routine, it is literally my fave. I will show you guys the finished look at the end of this video. I'll do a full face and you'll see how the brows look with all my makeup. But baby, them brows was looking sharp. So then I go ahead and go into my absolute favorite brow product at the moment. This is the Benefit Brow Pencil in the shade 5, I believe. And this is a dark shade. It's more of like a black brown. I do tend to line my brows with a dark shade and then fill them in with a more of a lighter brown color or one shade down. And then when I get all the way to the end of my brow, as you can see, I start to feather the end closer to my nose bone. I do start to feather that out and apply a little pressure using that brush so that it doesn't look so bold in the front. And then I do just draw like a little bit of product into that front line of the brow. And I go ahead and just line the other brow the same way. It's okay if the line isn't absolutely perfect. You can always go back and clean it up with concealer. Sometimes I try to be as perfect as possible, and then other times I'm just like, the concealer will get it. But in this case, because this is the eyebrow routine, I try to be as perfect as possible. So yeah, I'm just feathering all of that in with a lighter shade. This is my Anastashia brow pencil. This brow pencil is $5, y'all. I'll link the shade below. This brow pencil is $6 and it comes in clutch. And so that's what I do. I line with a darker brow pencil and fill in with a lighter brow pencil. I have been using pomade to kind of fill in my brows to give them more of a fuller look. As you can see, the brown is a little bit of like an auburn brown. This isn't necessarily like more of like an auburn chocolate brown. As you can see, it does kind of have like a tint of red in it. I would probably, had I bought this product again, I would probably go just one more shade darker. But this one works for the time being. I like it for now. And I just fill in any open spots with that brow pomade, and I do see some little hairs popping out, and so I just go ahead and pluck those, and then I go in and I fill any gaps. Like I said, some of my hair does tend to go in different directions, so this kind of just fills in any gaps that doesn't give me a full look for my brow. As you can see, I do have, you know, a few gaps here and there, so whatever the brow pencil doesn't get, I just fill in with this. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and conceal, our favorite part. This is what really brings the brows out. I always use a very light concealer now, because that look is kind of in, like the super light concealer. You just have to blend it seamlessly into your skin to make it look. I do start to blend in that product into that brow bone as I draw it in using my brush. And with the brush I use, it is a squared brush. This helps me to create a super sharp straight line using this brush. this is my absolute favorite brush for brows. I know a lot of people use like concealer brushes or cut crease brushes, but for me this works. I can use a cut crease brush, but I just like the sharpness that using this square brush, square or rectangle, whatever you want to call it, whatever. It's from Colourpop. It is my favorite brush to use for my brows. And I'm just applying that again along the brow line. I'm applying a lot of product, so I do apply heavy product to the line of the brows. So if that makes sense, I apply, so in better words, what I do is I apply most of my product closer to the edge of the brow line versus up in the forehead area, because this is going to allow for a super sharp look, because you'll end up blending out more of the product closer to your forehead than the actual brow, just to give it that super highlighted look. So one brow down and one more to go. I went ahead and just lined my brows again on camera so that you guys can see it. So whatever you missed the first time, you can see it the second time. And sorry if the mirror kind of pops up in the direction or in the way. My camera was auto-focusing, so it does kind of get a little bit blurry, but you can still see what I'm doing. It kind of is focusing on the palette that I have in my hand because it is literally right in front of the camera, so I apologize, y'all. These are what the brows are looking like so far. I am just again lining it and taking my time. You definitely want to take your time when you're doing your brows, especially if you want them to come out perfect. Now, if you don't really care, then by all means, go ahead, girl. But for me, I like to take my time. That is usually why when I film my makeup videos, you never see me doing my brows on camera. It's always off camera, just because it takes a good 15 minutes just for brows. So next, I just blend that out. I don't usually use this brush, but this was the closest thing I could find. And I blend that out and kind of blend it into my eyes so that I can start prepping my eyes for the actual product for the base of my eyeshadow. I'm blending out my inner nose. That is super important. And then you also do, if you do forget to blend, if you don't blend everything all at once, you can just blend it out when you apply your foundation. So now I'm going to show you what the brows look like after I did all of my makeup. So I love, like I said, I really love how this makeup came out. I tried a completely different routine today, and I'm so upset because I didn't end up filming it, but I will definitely show you guys this new routine that I have, or that I tried today. It's nothing really different. I just did my makeup completely backwards, and I added a few more steps into my foundation routine, and my foundation looks flawless. But I can definitely make this an everyday makeup look. Just let me know what you guys want. All right, y'all, but this is the end of the video. Sorry I forgot to film it. I really haven't been on YouTube in a long time. I've just been so focused on work, but I'm gonna be coming back because YouTube is I wanted to do my job, so I gotta put that time in.